ChatGPT said. Of course. Here's a full 12-minute YouTube video story script based on the article and expanded with engaging storytelling, background details, transitions, and emotional touches to keep viewers interested throughout. Movie camera title suggestion. Amal Clooney's Private World. Why she takes away guests' phones and how she protects her twins. Woman judge intro. Midnight to 1 o'clock. Soft piano music plays. Beautiful footage of Lake Como, Amal and George together at events, Amal speaking at conferences, photos of her in elegant settings. Amal Clooney, renowned human rights lawyer, activist, fashion icon, and loving mother. Despite her high-profile marriage to George Clooney, Amal has managed to maintain an extraordinary level of privacy for her family. But how does she do it? In a rare interview with Glamour, Amal opened up about her private world, her rules at home, and her fierce protection of her twins, Ella and Alexander. Mobile phone, the phone basket rule, 1 to 3 o'clock. Cut to images of dinner parties, stock footage of people using phones at tables, and a basket with phones being dropped inside. One of the most surprising and refreshing details Amal shared is her famous phone basket. When guests arrive at the Clooney home, they're asked to leave their phones at the door.
Why?
Because Amal wants to create what she calls a safe space for private moments. In her own words, creating private moments and spaces is becoming increasingly difficult. But that's also why we entertain a lot at home. I now have a phone basket that I use to take everyone's phones away. Imagine visiting Amal and George Clooney's home and being asked to disconnect from the outside world completely. It sounds strict, but it's actually a beautiful invitation to be fully present, share stories, laugh without filters, and truly connect. Amal believes that this is the key to real, meaningful relationships, moments where people can feel free to express themselves without worrying about a camera or an Instagram story. House with garden, their private home life, 3 to 5 o'clock. Show images of George and Amal's villa in Lake Como, family-friendly shots, quiet gardens, private settings. While George is one of Hollywood's most beloved stars, he and Amal have always kept their private life away from the public eye. They entertain at home rather than going to flashy Hollywood events, and they create intimate gatherings where friends can feel safe. Amal explains, it's important to get that balance where you have time alone with your family and with your friends where people feel like you can have a safe and frank exchange. She adds that becoming a parent changed everything. Becoming a parent means you're more troubled by some of the intrusions, she shared. We don't put our children out there. We've never put their photo out there, or anything like that. This level of protection is rare in Hollywood, where so many stars share every moment of their lives online. Amal and George's decision proves how deeply they value family privacy. Family man, woman, girl, boy, protecting Ella and Alexander. 5 to 7 o'clock. Show silhouettes of children, playful animations, soft family scenes. George and Amal welcome their twins, Ella and Alexander, in June 2017. Now 8 years old, these twins are growing up in a home filled with love and a strict boundary against fame. In the world of paparazzi and relentless media attention, keeping children shielded is no easy task. Amal and George refuse to share photos of the twins publicly. They don't exploit their kids for headlines, sponsorships, or social media attention. Amal says this was a conscious choice from the start, to let their children have as normal a childhood as possible. No red carpets, no public Instagram accounts, just family life behind closed doors. Santa Claus, George's Santa Trick, 7 to 8:30. Play lighthearted music, show Santa animations, playful family images. Of course, even the most private parents have their funny moments. George revealed a hilarious parenting hack he uses when the twins misbehave. Even in July, they're still all into the Santa thing, which is very helpful because when my kids are acting poorly, I get a call from Santa, George shared with People magazine. He even has a friend whose caller ID shows up as Santa. Imagine how powerful that is for an 8-year-old. The magic of Santa is alive all year in the Clooney house, and it helps keep things in check in a fun, creative way. Glowing star, George on the twins' interests, 8:30 to 10 o'clock. Include footage or images of Taylor Swift concerts, Broadway signs, Children watching TV. At the 2025 Tony Awards, George shared a charming update on what the twins are into these days. They want to see Taylor Swift, he told E! News. While they don't really understand who Robert De Niro is, yes, really, they are huge fans of Taylor, and even Wicked on Broadway. George laughed, saying, "The funniest part is that they have no idea of references. Robert De Niro will be at the house, and they're like, 'Who's that?' They don't care." That innocence is exactly what George and Amal are protecting. They want Ella and Alexander to be regular kids, fascinated by pop stars and musicals, not by Hollywood legends. Speech balloon: the importance of privacy. 10 to 11 o'clock. Serene music returns, peaceful family images. Amal at humanitarian events. Amal's mission for privacy isn't just about avoiding paparazzi. It's about creating a sanctuary for her family, a place where the children can grow up feeling safe, loved, and free to be themselves without a public audience. It's a powerful message in today's world, where oversharing is the norm. Amal and George prove that you can live a high-profile life, yet draw strong boundaries to protect what really matters. Red Heart, closing reflections, 11 to 12 o'clock. Heartwarming montage of Amal and George smiling. Amal working in courtrooms, peaceful lake shots. Amal Clooney is more than a glamorous lawyer and fashion icon. She is a fierce protector of her family, a dedicated mother, and a woman who values authentic connection over digital noise. By taking guests' phones, by shielding her children, by creating safe spaces, she sets an example of grace, strength, and priorities that go far beyond the spotlight. What do you think of Amal's no-phone policy? Would you be able to leave your phone at the door to enjoy a real moment? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more inspiring stories. Clapperboard and screen call to action. Watch next. Inside George and Amal Clooney's Lake Como Paradise, right arrow, link. Subscribe for more celebrity deep dives and inspiring stories.